Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fifth episode of The Flank. As usual, I am BigBlackRainbows, manager of the Solar Phoenix organization. Alongside me, as always, is Tommy2Time, current mid laner for Primal Radiance. And this week, we're doing things a little differently. So we are a week behind because of scheduling issues. So we decided to take this time to catch up on last week's and this week's games. To help us move along with those 2 weeks, we are joined alongside by Lone Win, the mid laner for PawnSacrifice Blue, as well
Hey,
as Lexar, the ADC for DAG Gold. How you guys doing?
pretty good. How about you?
Doing good, doing good. Well, first of all, welcome, and thank you guys for taking the time out of your days to do this.
Thank you. Hey,
First thing I want to ask is, how did you guys end up being on your respective teams?
Do either of you want
uh,
to go first?
yeah, I'll steal a spotlight on this one. I was looking for a mid lane spot on a team pretty much anywhere actually, but mid lane spots are kind of a dime a dozen, so no one really ever is looking for a mid laner. And I have like a 42% win rate on my op.gg, so no one really likes me, in a nutshell. So I kind of skirted around and asked some people if they could vouch for me and throw me on a team somewhere, and ended up getting thrown at sheer will. And he vouched for me, and we did a little trial, and I even entered real hard on the trial, and they still kept me. So it's pretty nice.
Well,
Now
I
we're
guess
here.
I guess they made the right choice because you guys are 9-0 in your division. So good shit on that.
Yeah, I appreciate
Lexar,
them.
how did you end up being 80 carry for Divine Ascension Gold?
Well, my first season of Duo, I was on DAG,
Mhm.
and I found that team through my buddy Divine. Pretty sure you guys know him.
Yep.
And then we formed SRC, and that was kind of yikes. So we kind of got DAG back together, and that's where I am now.
I was gonna say because you guys played in Duo last season, and I actually didn't know you guys played in season 5, right? Yeah, season 5. But
Yeah, I think so.
so you and Divine, you guys have been like teammates for a while because
Yeah.
you guys both played on SRC, and I was always saying that of that team, I thought you two were probably the best of the team, the most notable because. If you ask me nowadays, like who was on SRC, I would say Lexar and Divine, but maybe that's just because you guys were the only people that were like active in the community. But yeah, it was good to see you guys are coming back. So you guys are both members of the IBSG League. I feel like we ask this every week, but how do you guys feel that like the season's gone so far? Is there anything that's like sort of shocking to you? Anything that stands out, or I don't know, just give us your impressions of it so far.
I mean, to be honest, I thought we were gonna have DAG was gonna have easy claps because like me and Divine just came from Plat League.
Mhm.
So I thought it was gonna be a lot easier just coming in silver gold, but it turns out it's not that easy. Duo's actually full of really good players. So I feel like it was really tough for us at first because we were coming in expecting to have easy claps, and then it was kind of hit us with reality that it was gonna be a lot harder than we thought. So
Okay, Longman, what about you?
I mean, I didn't really know what to expect coming into it since it's been like I think like 2 or 3 seasons since I played with you guys. But I don't know. It's been interesting. I think since it's BO1, it's pretty. Anyone can take a W from you at any point. Just a good amount of cheese. But I don't know. I think there's some good teams, and it's just they played badly, and again, it's just BO1, so they can't really pick up where they left off.
So for both of you, has there been any team that's sort of stood out to you, or that's done better than you expected, done worse than you expected?
I would say the Dynasty team
Is better than you expected?
Yeah, I know they're ADC. I know Vonta as well, and I didn't expect them to be where they are at least. So they're doing well. Good on that.
They're what, 7-2 right now?
Yes, I think
7-2?
they just dropped like 2 games like this week.
I got something for you guys, actually.
Oh.
You guys can keep going. I'm gonna
Okay.
share this with you guys.
What about you?
I'm PSR, obviously, by the way, before I get flamed by them when I go back.
You gotta share the love, you know. What about you, Lexar? Is there any team that's sort of either snuck under your radar or something that's completely caught you off guard? What do you think?
I mean, I thought Zero Risk was going to be a lot harder, but since they got rid of their ADC, I guess it's like it was a lot easier than I expected. But I was really looking forward to like actually versing their ADC and actually like having a good matchup for once. But other than that, not really. I kind of expected everything.
All right. Well, that's going to be a little bit of the introductions. We'll get more in depth with some stuff like that. But we're going to hop into our first segment where we're going to start recapping some of the events that happened within the past 2 weeks. So first off, we had some Discord drama happen. We had 2 people take a extended vacation from Duo Esports. First one being MG Waves' Bang Bus driver, getting his first 2-week ban, and then I believe within 15 minutes of him being returned, getting the boot from Dota. So I was actually playing at the time, so I didn't even realize it until afterwards, but I don't even know what was said. I don't know what happened, but all the messages got deleted. I just saw he was removed from the server. I think he was a pretty crucial part to MG Wave's success besides Arch, the mid laner, but I don't know how poorly this is going to impact them or how detrimental it's going to be to their future success. But they are 8-2, I believe, at the moment. So, and he wasn't able to play in the past 4 games, 3 games,
4 or 5, something like that. Yeah.
So I mean, they're still picking up wins without him, but who knows? We'll have to see how well it does. Maybe he's just another player with an attitude, and they fill it right away. Second up, we had Aether Red making a few roster changes. The 80 carry was... Ooh.
I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember either.
I should remember. I don't. I just remember... Oh, Ziggy Azalea, that's right. Because he was the...
Oh!
Yeah.
Ziggy,
yeah. So I don't know if he stepped down. I don't know if he was replaced, but they ended up picking up Nesquik and Chill. Nesquik and Chill was the starting 80 carry for Solar Phoenix last season. He was pretty teamless for a while, and then got picked up onto Aether Red, had a really good debut showing. I believe he picked up 2 or 3 wins for them his first week.
Yep.
And, they were at the bottom of the leaderboard, weren't looking too hot, but then came flying out the gates. And I guess this is a positive replacement. I'm excited. I love Jackman. I think he's really cool. He's a good player. Sometimes gets in his own head, lets his mental sort of block him out, but I think he's a good enough player. Just don't first time Callista in 5s. That's all I gotta say. After that, we have the new team, 50,000 AA Laws, Solar Dodos, whatever you want to call them. They sitting pretty close to the bottom of the Baron division, sitting at 3-7. When I know they claim they were a for-fun team, but everyone was kind of looking forward to this team. Had some pretty notable names on it, and then didn't make as big of an impact as everyone was hoping. So yeah, they're still holding 7th, 3-7. There's still a ton of more games. We're heading into week 6 right now, correct?
Yep.
We're in week 6, so there's still 5 more weeks of games, 2 or 3 games every week. About half the season's gone by already. It's kind of crazy to think about, actually. But crossplay, there's only 1 more week after this week, and hopefully they pick up some wins where they need them. But current record for crossplay, 19 wins for Dragon, 13 for Baron, 4 more days, including today, Sunday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday of week 7. Dragon's looking like the better team, or the better division, but we'll see how that goes. So that's most of the changes that I can remember that happened throughout Discord. There was a bit of flame between IBSG players. I only caught the back end of it with Corny and... Who was it? Corny and someone was just going at it in Subheap for like a solid 2 hours. I don't know if any of you caught it, but I don't know. Well, maybe if it comes to anybody.
Yeah. Corny's always going hard lately.
Dude, I love it.
So is Okina. You'll catch him too.
Dude, it's like, you know what? And I respect it. I said at the beginning of the season I wanted more trash talk. I wanted more flame. But I love it when you trash talk, but you can back it up, because
yeah,
PawnSacrifice Blue is looking really strong. And I'll even leak this. PS Blue scrimmed Primal Radiance 2 days ago, I believe. Yeah, 2 days ago. First game, I was not there. My internet was out, and we lost. And then the second game, I drove an hour to a PC cafe, and we lost.
What?
What a
Wow.
dedicated man.
I drove,
Dude.
yeah, okay, because we had the Game versus Fight Club at 9, and I mean, I had other stuff I had to do. I had to do a bunch of homework and shit, and like I couldn't just sit around and not have internet, so I was like, I'm just gonna drive here, and then I also happen to have the game at 9 o'clock, so I was like, and then they're like, hey, we're scrimming blue, and I was like, what? And just call it the PC Cafe diff because I was the mouse, the keyboard, everything was so funky. Like I logged on and like the settings, it had Q through R set as 1 through 4. It had D and F. It had D and F set to C and V. And then I was just like, who was playing on this last? Like, what is going on? But yeah, PS Blue looking really, really strong. Actually, I wasn't expecting them to do as well as they did, especially in that scrim. But you know, Vladimir's just kind of broken, ain't that right, Lonewood?
Hey, you know how it goes sometimes.
That's whatever.
I was told to win.
Hey, I mean, you won. That's all that matters.
Yeah, let me find out Primal Radiance can lose to IBSG.
Internet cafe diff. All right, I'm just saying.
Oh,
if
I
was
think
at
it sounds like a mid diff to me.
Nah, I only ended like 11-1 that game. It wasn't too bad.
dude, he was playing Vladimir.
Only
It's
11-1.
fine. It's fine.
Only 11-1.
Right?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
We're just giving them the
Dude.
confidence they need to go undefeated the rest of
So
the
we can go
season.
throw a game. That's what'll
Nah,
happen.
I swear to
Get our
God,
heads.
you guys better go undefeated. Like, you can't go 9-0. You can't pull a Cloud9 and go undefeated the first half and then lose the rest.
Hey, I'll show you true upset, buddy. Don't you worry.
I don't know. I would be excited to
Okay.
see. I would excited to see PS Blue script more GPCS teams because Courtney asked for it. I said, hey, set it up. Why not? We could. It'd be fun. Like we could use the practice. So I don't know. But yeah, that's enough of the Discord drama segment, I guess we can call it. We're gonna head into the game recaps. Just out of curiosity, do you guys pay attention to GPCS or do you guys mostly pay attention to IBSG?
I pay attention to like specific teams and the GP, CS,
Like,
but
who do you
mostly,
follow?
Well, I like watch Black
Mhm.
because I mean I
Well,
feel like I have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yep.
And then I mean I actually like is it Solar Phoenix? Solar or something? Solar Clips?
One of
I
the
don't know,
two.
we scrimmed them and
50-50
they
chance.
whooped us. Whoever the better one.
Phoenix.
They
Okay.
whooped us. Yeah. So I like watching them.
Mhm.
I don't know their names very well. There's a lot of like close names, I feel like. I don't know.
And
Maybe
what about you, Lexar? Do you mostly follow IBSG or do you dabble in the GPCS as well?
Well, I follow DAG plat, and then I follow PSB a little bit, but other than that, I don't really follow any other teams. I pretty much just follow IBSG.
So are you?
Okay.
So since we're heading into week 6 and there's no IBSG games, are you just taking the week off or are you still watching streams and stuff?
Well, I'm gonna try to watch streams, but I think we're gonna look for some scrims and just try to. I'm hoping, like, I don't know, but our captain wants us to like do scrims against plat teams, but usually when he says that, it doesn't happen. So,
Hey.
so I don't know.
The Void alive.
Yeah, classic Void, dude. The Vel'Koz one trick.
Well,
But
hit up Coconuts. I'm sure she'll fit you in somewhere. We don't mind scrimming anyone really.
I mean, we scream DAG plat, and usually we give them a hard time or we win. But I don't know. It really depends on like who we're asking.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tommy would want to lose to another IBSG team anyway.
Yo, I wasn't gonna even bring it up or anything, dude. I'm not. I usually don't talk about scrims, so I was
Hey,
gonna.
there's
let the
nothing.
whole
There's
thing go.
it's whatever. It's not gonna make a difference.
It's a learning
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
it's a scrim at the
It's
end
a
of the
scrim
day.
between 2 different leagues. It's fine. So
Yeah.
hey, I'm just hyping you up. That's all. I'm gassing you up.
That's
I
all
appreciate it.
All right, so we're gonna head into the game recaps. First off, we're gonna start off with week 5. We know this was a bit of Wait, we're starting with week 5.
Yeah. Because we're in week 6.
Oh,
and
we
were
are-
week behind already.
Did we cover week 4 games?
We did last week, yeah. Are you okay, Tommy?
Dude, Anyway, week 5 games. All right. Wait, did we? Because I thought the first episode was like the preseason, and then we were always a week behind. I don't think we covered week 4.
Oh, this is awkward now. Alright.
All right, so
Well,
you know what? Hey, guess what? We're back on track. Let's go. All right.
yeah.
We're back
Sorry
on-
for week 4, people.
Alright.
I guess we just lost count.
It's
Whatever.
fine.
It
You know what?
happens.
Week 4, nothing important. And you know what? If we go back and we did cover week 4, even better. All right, so we're gonna start with week 5. Week 5 was last week. So this was the start of cross conference. There was a lot of debate between which teams from which division were going to be better. There was a lot of people on Tower Dive that were vouching for the Baron division coming out, and basically, like, someone, I forget who it was, somebody said at one point it would be 14-6 at the end of the first week for Baron division.
It wasn't lone win. It was the guy like right in front of him on the
Was
like.
it wasn't Titan, was it?
Wait,
It
what?
actually might have been Titan.
Somebody on Tower Dive last week said that at the start of cross division, Baron would be up 14-6.
I think it might have been Titan.
I think it was Titan because I think we
Yeah.
had him on last week, and I think I called him out for it, but
Yeah. It's not looking like that right now. That's almost the opposite.
No. Well, it's closer than it was at the
True.
start, but anyway. So Friday of week 5, we started out with zero risk versus Aether. Zero risk picking up the W. I believe this was the game that. I actually don't think I watched this game. Not gonna lie. I don't think I watched any games on Friday. I think I was at work.
So I
Yeah, if you
watched
want-
a little bit of this game because
Okay.
they picked Warwick, and I myself love playing Warwick. Back when like I first started playing League, Warwick was my go-to champion,
Mhm.
and when I saw they picked it, I was so happy. And Potato Fist, he did all right. He made a lot of impact around the map and got Drakes, and I think he got the second Rift Herald if I remember correctly. But their ADC just like carried them across the finish line. It was
That
so insane.
wasn't KTN, right? Because KTN's not on that
No.
team. Okay, well I'm gonna have to look into who
Yes.
that is now. Do either of you two know who the AD carry for zero risk is?
No,
Don't.
you're talking about the game with the Z inted, right?
Yes,
that game?
Zed
Okay.
straight into
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that poor game.
Okay.
yeah.
So following that, we had 50k AA-Laws versus Glacial. Glacial, this is their first week with their new roster. Actually picking up a game versus 50k. Again, I haven't paid attention to this team, especially since we're in crossplay. I haven't looked into them, haven't watched them. They're pretty quiet within the Discord, so they don't really they don't raise any eyebrow or raise any alerts for me. They don't really on my radar.
Yeah.
But 50k dropping a game. A lot of people were expecting this team to come out swinging, especially because they were expecting Baron Division to just wipe the floor with Dragon. But didn't really go that way.
Did
Then
not.
following that, we had Divine Ascension Plat versus Aether. Aether making the roster change, picking up Nesquick and Chill. Nesquick and Chill, I believe that was the game he got Caitlyn on red side and basically carried the game.
Yes.
And then pretty much the showcase match of the night, we had Solar Eclipse versus MG Waves, where Solar Eclipse picking up the win. Again, don't know any of the characteristics of it, just seeing the outcome on our sheet. So, BBR, if you have any input, anything that stood out, or
Actually, I did want to talk about this one a little bit. So, MG Waves prior to this game was looking as like the clear, probably number 2 team
Mhm.
in Duo, in at least GP, I should say. And this game looked really close early, if I fully remember correctly. And I'm trying to actually find where it is, and I can't find the game. But I wanted to talk about this one because oh yeah, here it is right here. Perfect. So yeah, he did get Caitlyn, and like I said, this game looked close early. There wasn't really too much happening. But I want to focus on Arch real quick. So he finished 7-4, and I assume it was the most damage on his team. And the rest of Solar Eclipse just did average. I feel like the only person that really stood out is Villain at 7-1. But this game to me showed that, like, at least with Amazing Time, Solar Eclipse could have been that number 2 team in duo in general. But now without them, I'm not sure if they would have won that game, honestly. I think, again, no discredit to Princeton because I don't know that much about
Dude,
him.
Princeton's insane. Like,
Is he really?
dude, I played against him when, I don't know if it was Aerial League or Equilibrium League, but he was on some team. Dude, he was by far the best top laner in the league. And
Okay.
like the dude's like Plat 1. He's like he had his debut match last night, I believe, and he played Kale. Like started out really
Kale
shaky.
things.
He was like 2-0 at one point, and then I mean the whole game was just in Solar Eclipse's hands. I know that. I know Villain ended like 14-1, popped off on Lucian, but then
Yes.
I look at Princeton. He's like 8-1 on Kale. Like he was in like a volatile matchup, but then was able to like not only stalemate it, but also get a lead, and then didn't throw the lead, and then hit 16 and just kind of ended the game his way. So I honestly think Princeton is an upgrade over Alley. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I said that though is because, like, I'm now that I know that much about Princeton, I don't think this statement is true. But I was gonna say that without Ali, I'm not sure how well Solar Eclipse could have competed against the other top teams. You know, like you have Solar Phoenix, you have MG Waves, you have possibly PSB if they get in form. And I'm not now that I know Princeton, I think they'll do fine. But previous to that, I just wasn't sure how they would do without Ali.
Well, the thing about Ali's a great player, don't get me wrong, but like he's
Right.
also a vocal player, and he's someone that is like in comms, he's going to be like making decisions for everyone else. I know nothing about Princeton like in game. I just see like the end result or then like and watch him, so I don't know if he's going to fill those shoes or if he's just going to take the team by the reins and just kind of make them play his way. But I still think he's a slight upgrade. Not a huge upgrade, don't get me wrong, but I think he's still an upgrade.
Yeah. Do you guys have any? Did you guys get a chance to watch that stream game?
Nah, not really.
Oof.
It's really
Okay.
hard to go into like GPCS like so in depth because like both of us follow GPCS and then it's like we have two people that don't. So
Yeah.
it's like I feel bad just having you guys sit here. That's why I'm trying to call in you guys when there's more IBSG stuff. But
Yeah.
um
Yeah. Outside of that, like, I don't personally think the rest of those 3 games besides the Solar Eclipse game was that impactful. Like, yes, Aether picking up a couple wins is kind of nice to see them rising in the standings and whatnot, but I didn't really expect anything out of the, or I didn't find anything out of the ordinary when I was like rewatching the games and looking at the match results and everything. But that Solar game really stood out to me because of how close it was, and then how over it was in like a matter of I think it was 2.5, 3 minutes maybe. But yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Lucian getting a quadra kill. Oh, that's a different game. I'm thinking of the fucking game last night. But yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking. We're talking so much about Princeton and Solar Eclipse. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So on Saturday of week 5, started out with Stunned versus Crow. Stunned was top 3, top 4, I think, right? Or no, they were number 1, right, in their division. Or were they 2?
Crow?
No,
Are you
Stunned.
high?
Stunned.
Oh, Stunned. Yeah, Stunned was
Yeah,
2.
I was like, no,
Yes.
Crow
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
6th
Yeah.
right now. Yeah, no. So Stunned picking up that win. Stunned is scary. I don't think people will give them enough credit. I mean, besides being in the weaker division, whatever, but like they're still good. Crow, haven't cared for them since I got their mid laner banned. But yeah, again, I'm pretty sure I was working this night. I think I caught the last of the Solar Phoenix versus Fight Club game, which wasn't even a game.
No.
We'll get to that in a second. After that, we had
Yeah.
Dynasty versus 2 Poros, 1 Snack.
Yes.
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 So this was where Dynasty kind of fell a little bit in my like ranking, sort of. Since they were sitting 7-2, and then I think they lost both games this week that they played. especially to two Poros, one Snack, who were not looking too hot.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this two Poro's first actual win? Let's see.
I think so.
Was it?
Yeah,
If not,
that's their
if not,
first
it's the
win.
second.
Yep.
Well, congratulations. If you're picking up a win this late in the season, don't expect many more.
Unfortunately true.
I mean, sorry, just
Yeah.
trying to add some spice. But yeah, Dynasty. I haven't watched like any of their games, but from what I'm seeing at the end of this, like at the end of the match screenshots, whatever, they look pretty good. They're ending in like a reasonable amount of time. They're not going to like 50-minute stall outs like Solar Eclipse. But
Yikes.
two Poros and Snack, I don't know what's wrong. I haven't. It's really hard for me to like recognize a team unless they're active in the community, because you only get one, maybe two stream games a week, and then after that you're playing a lot of off-stream matches, and all we see is the end results. So if
Yep.
you're active in the community and I become aware of who you are on a team, what team you play for, like how your team is doing, it's like I can give more insight to that. But two Poros on Snack, I don't think I've seen a player on their team put a message in Gen Chat since like the first week of Duo.
Right.
Same thing with Dynasty, really. It's like I don't know, and maybe it's just because people just want to play their games and get out, but I feel like that's only like a part of Duo, you know? Like there's so much more to it. There's content, there's like power rankings, there's sub heap. Yeah, like there's so much more to it, but I don't know. That's why I wish there was more flame. I wish there was more people in sub heap. I don't know.
I want to ask Lexar and Lone Win. So based off this game alone, with how I'm gonna say convincing two Poros won that game, do you think Dynasty is still really good and this was kind of like a blip on the radar, or do you think that Dynasty is starting to lose their grip on the top third/fourth seed?
You want to go first, Lexar?
No, you can.
All right. I mean, the way I look at it is Poro is actually the closest team to beat us, or they were the closest to beating us out of any team so far. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, they took us to 50 minutes. Now, I'm gonna say any team should have ended out the game and beat us 100%. So I would probably say I would say their issue is they just don't have that mid game macro. Like we won strictly because we got out of we survived 25 minutes and we stalled out the game. But we threw so hard. Like we went into the game thinking we were just gonna crush them, and we threw the game like really hard. That being said, I mean if they don't get over that issue, they're gonna lose the teams. And like I said earlier, BO1s can mean anything. They're bound to hopefully take a game off of someone at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and with Dynasty, like I said, I know their mid laner too. I don't know him as well as the ADC in their jungle now, but I would say they might fall down like a peg or two, but they're gonna float around the same area.
Okay. Your thoughts, Lexar?
I think two Poro was like okay at the beginning, and then they started to like get a little worse. But now, like with the win over Dynasty, I feel like they proved that they can do good stuff. But at the same time, like you have to keep proving that in order to like actually get to be known as like a good team. You know what I mean? And I feel like Dynasty, like I don't know. I feel like they're okay. I don't really think they're that good, but I feel like
Bro,
if
give me the spice. Tell me what you really think. Come on, give me.
What do you mean?
Give me like, dude, start like dogging kids. Like, just start telling me. Give me the flame. Give me the heat.
Listen, dude.
I'm tired of all this humble shit. Give me more. Give me more spice. We need more.
Yeah,
We need more.
I'll BM for you guys.
BM me. BM.
Personally, I don't like. Not like I don't know how to explain this. Personally, I don't like flaming because I know my team ints a lot, and I know if I flame, then my team can't back up my flame.
Dude,
But
I flame all the time, and my team shits the bed too, bro. I don't care.
listen. But like, it makes you look bad, you know what I'm saying? So
Dude,
like, I'm not trying to like flame. Like, I can
You're
flame
trying to say
everybody.
I'm bad, kid? Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, Tommy, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I flamed you all the time when I was in SRC. I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
we
Tommy2Time,
clapped
who
him.
the fuck is that kid, dude? Like, come on.
True.
Alright.
Who the fuck
And
is
then,
that guy?
but I never said out loud because I like, you know what I mean? Like, I was on SRC, dude. Like, you can't really win with SRC. the only time we actually like got a win on SRC is when we had Clumsy. Like, that's really the only time we actually got a win.
That's the only time we played you. You were in the other division.
Bro, all I know is that I heard you were a good Azir, and I just had to ban Azir, and that was it.
Bro, his Azir's not even that good.
Bro, I'll fight you. Stop.
All I heard was ban Azir and you'll win. That's all I heard. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Dynasty is going downhill a little bit.
Yeah, Dynasty sucks. All right, next question.
Alright.
Now they're gonna scrim. Now they're gonna want to scrim and kick my ass.
Yeah, I heard Tommy likes losing IBSG Dynasty. Hit him up.
Hey, at least I can play in IBSG.
I mean, so can I.
Are you?
Like,
I thought you were like bronze. That's my bad.
I'm gold 4 now. Thank you very much.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Oh, you're getting up there, dude.
I'm almost your same rank, Tommy. All
You're,
right.
you're
next
not.
question.
What? You're whole
He's
ass
maxing
division.
out.
That's crazy. Anyway, DOB Thunder versus Valkyrie. Valkyrie picking up another win. Again, I said this last week, bro. Valkyrie is like, I don't know this team. Like, I see them get wins, and then I see them lose against people. I'm like, how the fuck did you lose to this team, right? Like, DOV Thunder is like top 3, I want to say, in Baron, and like Valkyrie was sitting tied for 5th, and then they pick up a win, and like Valkyrie then loses to like, who did they lose to?
They lost to Crow,
Lighthouse?
and I
don't
think
know.
they lost to Lighthouse. Yes.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like this team, it's like they were power ranking. I think they were ranked 7th or 6th. I don't know. They're in the top half of the league. That's all I know. But Valkyrie, I've played against them several times. We've like primal scrimmed them probably 3 or 4 times to varying success. And I don't know. They're just pretty meh, in my opinion. But they're still picking up wins. So
yeah, I think Valkyrie is kind of a little bit coin flippy because obviously we don't know too much about them. They're brand new and they don't involve themselves too much with the community. But like you said, they pick up wins against teams you don't suspect it, like PSB, Stunned, except they lost to Stunned today rather. Lighthouse, they picked up wins against what was the other? Crow, I think they won against. But then they lose to teams that we think aren't as good.
Like Primal.
And yeah, like Primal,
like
for
Primal.
instance. And it's just weird because after their first week game against Solar Phoenix, everyone was like, "Oh, this team's gonna do garbage," and then they come out, they picked up, I think it was 5 wins after that, and then they got another loss, and everyone's just like, "Oh, here's this 3rd place team that no one knows too much about that is secretly like on the tails of Solar Phoenix and MG Waves," and we're just like, "Oh, okay, I guess this is happening now."
I've also heard that Valkyrie's like hella toxic. Like I saw this thing in Gen Chat between the support of Lighthouse and Valkyrie's support, and they were just like going at it, saying how like Valkyrie's team's toxic and like all this shit. But haven't said anything in duo worth pointing out, but maybe just in game they're toxic. So yeah, Valkyrie picking up the win against DOV Thunder. Now this game.
Hey, yes.
This game was fun to watch because this was the game after Young Walrus sort of infected Subheap, I guess to say. So everyone was just waiting for Tyler to get his shit pushed in, like, and Solar Phoenix were the ones to do it.
Yeah.
So,
Before you move on, I just want to say I got the pleasure of casting that game, and I flamed the absolute fuck out of Tyler.
dude,
I
so
just
everyone
went.
did, bro. We had like 12 people in game day watch party. We had legit Sack clipping every time Tyler died, whether it was like a solo death or in a team fight, just to flame him. We had me, Zooey, and someone else. I don't want to say it was Draxter, but it might have been someone else. But we were just sitting there roasting his build because he went Ludens first into, or no, he went
No,
sorry, he
he
went attack speed boots first, or
Yeah,
attack speed boots with. Did he go Conqueror
Mashers.
that game?
He went Comet. So he
Or did
went.
he go
He
Comet,
went
yeah.
attack speed boots. So Comet was his rune. Attack speed boots, Nashers, Ludens, and he was building a Morellos.
So okay, Comet's not even that bad. Like I'll give him some
No.
slack on that. Comet's not even that bad, but like just. You never need to go attack speed boots on Azir. You have so much attack speed in your kit and your
man.
items. You just don't go attack speed boots. You used to before his W gave you the attack speed buff, but that was also when you went Nashor's Rylai's. But anyway, we also got the infamous shrimp tempura interview at the end of the game, which
Yeah.
that was hilarious. How what was the question? He was like, "How much did you laugh?" And then he was like, "I didn't laugh."
Yeah, like what? Yeah, we were talking about how much did you laugh when you were BMing? I think it was
Was it Varric?
Tyler or Rare Candy, one of the two.
It was Rare Candy.
And-
Yeah.
And he was like, "I didn't laugh," and that's all he said. And then there was another question where I don't remember the exact name, but it was something along the sides of, "We want you to just say die" or something like that, just the one word.
Oh yeah. Then he's like, "No."
And he's like, "No," and just was left. He's like,
Shrimp
Like-
tempura.
that guy is a character. I love it. Oh,
Well, for those of you that didn't know, Solar Phoenix won that game. I don't think we mentioned
Yes.
that right off the bat, but yeah, they kind of walked over Fight Club. So then finally Sunday games, we had Primal Radiance versus Lighthouse, Lighthouse picking up a win versus us, kind of creaming us in like 20 minutes.
it was
Okay, well,
bad.
to be fair, we had 3 games back to back. We started out with the Solar Eclipse game at 6 o'clock, which we won.
Yes, you
in
did somehow.
Embarrassing villaining glasses.
Yeah.
Joking, I love you, villain. So then we tried to ride the momentum into the Lighthouse game, but then they picked a really strong comp. They did like a full, just like in your face comp. They went Fiora. I don't remember the jungle.
Set.
It was Fiora set, Camille mid, Tristana bot with Nautilus support.
Yes.
So all AD, but like snowballed super hard. And Tristana Nautilus like just jumped on our bot lane at like level 2 and then set pretty much permacamped, and like the game was just doomed. So Lighthouse won that game, and then
You got to play your Lissandra though, so shout out to that.
dude, I just picked it because it shits on Camille. Like
Two
that's,
Lissandra players, bro.
I'm not even a Lissandra player. I literally just picked it because it shits on Camille. I wasn't gonna get cheese picked. What the fuck?
Dude, just fight Syndra.
Hard no. But then after that we had Primal versus GGD and Rainbows. You probably like this game because we played the Warwick in this
Yes.
one too. Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Painless.
Yeah. That game, yeah, like that game was entirely different. Like we just flipped the switch and we just walked over GGD. By the way, I don't know why anyone is picking TF in a gold plat league when they don't know how to play TF. Because even now, like this week, people are still picking TF and going like 1-3 with like 2 assists, and you're just not doing what the champion needs to do.
True.
He's so exploitable. I love it.
Yeah. And even in that game, like he was TPing like after fights were over, and I was just like, bro, this guy's like losing 2.5 waves mid because he wanted to get an assist. Like, cool. But yeah, Primal beating GGD, and then we had 50. No, we didn't. We had PawnSacrifice Red versus Zero Risk. PawnSacrifice Red picking up a win. Zero Risk falling. Didn't pay attention to it because I was riding my wins, but. Either of you watch this game or care about it? Sorry.
I mean,
I saw it.
I didn't really watch it, but I kind of expected PS Red to win.
I think a lot of
Service is kinda
people
bad
are.
now.
A lot of people.
They
Are,
didn't. They didn't even have their mid laner spike there. They like they had Skylancers top. They had like a Phil ADC in mid.
and they still won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they won. pretty hard, I would say.
Yikes.
Yeah.
The Skylines would do pretty well.
Yeah, without their ADC, I think Zero is pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
Well, I think it's gotten to the point where, like, if PawnSacrifice Red is playing, people are expecting PS Red to win. If PawnSacrifice Blue is playing, they're expecting PS Blue to win. But besides that, I think it's kind of up in the air who wins the rest of these games. But actually, is it next week that PS Blue and PS Red have their rematch, right?
I think so.
Ooh. We're going to have to get that on stream.
We definitely have to,
Yeah,
100%.
we're going to have to get that on stream.
Right.
So then following that, we had 50K versus MG Waves, and MG Waves picking up another win, pretty convincingly too, and really wasn't much else to really talk about. 50K kind of just rolling over, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
So I'm gonna take a second here to talk about this game. So, Zooey back in the day was very well known for Swain, as I'm pretty sure Tommy can contest to. Since you were not because you played against it, but because you were around at that time.
Oh yeah, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? What does that mean?
No, yeah, not blaming you this time.
Oh, how new?
And I personally, I don't like Swain right now because he feels sort of useless, if that makes sense. I get like he's a drain tank if he gets his 2 items and he gets his ult off in a really big team fight, he can just like drain tank through all of it. I get that. But outside of that, I just think Swain is so weak and like almost useless because you have your E, which is a form of CC that you can pull back on. That's cool and everything. But outside of that, his Q is extremely short range. His W, everyone can almost dodge unless they're locked down. And outside of his ult, the rest of his kit's just, I feel, kind of, like I said, just kind of useless. And
So I agree with you, like pretty much wholeheartedly. I agree with you with that statement, but I found a lot more success in Swain top.
oh,
Because Swain mid, it's like, yes, it's a shorter lane, but you are so immobile that you pretty much need your ulti or you need the enemy to misplay in order to like survive ganks. But top lane, especially if you're against shit like Ornn, shit like Nasus, even like if Nasus gets on you, it's a different story. But like you could just grasp the Undying and just stack it 45, 50 times in a lane and like get an extra 300-400 health from your passive plus grasp, and like at that point it's like you're getting, I think it's like 400 health or more, 400 gold in value in health.
Yeah.
And like people can't really do anything when you're level 11 and you have 400 health over them, like on top of your ulti. It's like just the fact that the lane is so basically isolated and you can pretty much do whatever you want in top lane.
Yeah.
So but I agree, I don't like Swain either.
yeah.
We played it.
There's good.
I was gonna say we played it in the showcase match and it went so fucking poorly. And then,
Yeah.
But
And I was just gonna say, there's so many other, in my opinion, better mid lane champions. You have like Orianna, LeBlanc, Syndra. You know, if you're good at assassins, maybe a Diana or like a
you got this. Don't worry.
Echo.
Thank you. I mean, like you even have like Cassiopeia. I just think there's so many other better mid lane options that you can pick that is so more helpful to a team comp. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was a quick recap of week 5.
Wasn't quick at all.
What?
Said that wasn't quick at all. It was like 20 minutes.
Alright,
But anyway.
Alright, whatever. Quick. But let's move on to week 6 because these are most familiar in our minds, and we have a couple good games that I think we should talk about. So we had Aether versus Stunned on Friday, first game of this week, and that game was fun to watch. I'm not even gonna lie. Aether with Nesquik and Chill is putting on almost a clinic, except when they face Solar Eclipse,
yeah.
and Solar Phoenix when they do face them. Nesquik and Chill, like I said, doing very good. His scoreline's not that great, I get it, but like I just think it was an upgrade because Ziggy Uzea only played Senna when they played, at least that I can remember. And Nesquik can play so many other champions. He can play Tristana, Jhin, first time Callista. He can play you know, Jinx, Lucian, you name it, and he could probably even throw in the Senate if he wanted to. But I just think that's such a big upgrade for them in the bot lane. It's unreal.
I agree. Yep.
And somehow Talon got fed. Wow. But yeah, like I said, Aether picking up that win, and thanks to that, actually, they are currently at 5-6, right behind PawnSacrifice Black. So if Aether can pick up a couple more wins, they might.
Do we want? Never mind. We'll save this for later. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I was just saying, if they can pick up a couple more wins here and there, they might be fighting either Valkyrie or yourselves for the last playoff spot.
Yourselves. Wait, what? Oh yeah, they're right behind. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. After that game, we had Crow versus DAG Plat, and I'm gonna actually ask Lexar this question. So since you're on DAG, how well does your guys' team so I know you said you guys scrimmed often and everything, but is there a lot of cohesion between the two teams in DAG?
Yeah, I think there is. Well, Divine, and JDK, they're mid laner. We used to play on the team together,
Mm-hmm.
and so I feel like we're pretty close with them. And their ADC JP,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of like coached me a little bit, so like I'm kind of close with them. And their top Thunderous used to be on our team until he hit plat, and then so I feel like we're pretty close with them.
Well, wait.
Because
Before we continue, what actually made you want to play in IBSG and not actually on in the GPCS?
well, before we played, before me, JD, and Void played on a plat team, a different league,
Mm-hmm.
and the two teams split into a gold league and a gold team and a plat team. So when the two teams split, since I was gold, they just put me on the gold team, and that's basically where I was set. So that's why I'm in the IBSG league. Like I really did want to play in the plat league, but they put me on the gold team. So
Okay.
Okay.
The reason I asked is because I'm gonna be kind of frank. DHE Plat not looking that great.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna say, you know, maybe a couple roster swaps here and there would change the atmosphere or at least the win loss column, but they might be able to take a few pointers here and there from you guys since you know, you're kind of a little bit higher than what they are right now.
It's so crazy because they swear they're like 20 billion times better than us, but we've actually like beat them a couple of scrims before. So like I don't think they're that good. But like obviously I have mad respect for their AD because like he's really good in my opinion. Like he shit stomps me all the time. But like I don't know. The rest of them I feel like we could beat them pretty easily if we play right.
Interesting.
Okay. But yeah, so Crow picking up that win. Eddie got his signature Silas that he's picked up, I think, 4 wins
Oh,
now
I
on.
did watch that game. Never mind. I was thinking this whole time, like, who the fuck? What was going on? Yeah, no, I remember that game. Yes.
Yeah.
Silas
So
kinda
you know,
smurfed.
future teams just get rid of the Silas, man. Like, I think Crow, since Eddie has gotten on the team, I think every win they've gotten is because of Silas, and even against
He's played
Solar
LeBlanc a few.
Phoenix.
He's played LeBlanc a few times.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. So you know, maybe get rid of that comfort pick. You know, just throwing that out there a little bit. After that game, we had Primal versus Fight Club, which Tommy played in and kind of did well since you guys won, I should say. I mean, you know, I can't give you too much credit. You played your Azir, but I think the real show was Peanut. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah,
here.
dude. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Peanut smurfed that game. Like, I think I really think he needed this too. Like he's okay. So the first week that he played, like, was against Crow, and he did that like really impressive kiting play. He was hitting his ash ulties like Sniper Peanut. Like he was
Yes.
popping off, right? But ever since then, like he's been kind of like back and forth, you know, just like up down, up down, up down. And he's even last year or last season, Shino basically called him the most overrated AD carry because he was on the #1 team but never really like performing at a #1 level. And I think he really, really needed this because this I think was the first time like this was his game, you know. Like everyone did well, but like no, he 9-0 and I think 909 I think is what his score was, or 9-0 something, but basically like took the game by the horns and just like ended it his way. Um, and I'm really happy for him. I've been playing with Peanut for like 5 years I think, like or so. And I'm happy to say I think he's really getting back into form. So, you know, I'm happy for him.
Absolutely. And the last game of the night for Friday was my team, Solar Phoenix, taking on Lighthouse Titans, in which Solar Phoenix made another team look embarrassingly bad. Lighthouse Titans was, at that time, I think, second or third, one of the two.
Second.
And they were looking really strong. They beat a couple other good teams. And then they played us, and everything just kind of fell apart. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about teams that do really well and put up a close game, because everyone's like, oh, it might have been a fluke or whatnot. But this game was not close. I mean, like 4 kills in 22 minutes for Lighthouse, and Jadway made Damien look like an absolute like toy on his signature Yorick. And besides that, like, there's not too much else to be said. Somehow we ended up getting Caitlyn. I don't know how that's even happening still. And Pablo pulling out another surprise support pick. This time it's Leona. And yeah.
You guys are just built different. What can I say?
We are not.
You guys are just built different.
True. So last night we had some more GP games. For everyone that doesn't know, IBSG has this week off, I believe it is. Or
it was this week. Yeah, this week they had off.
Week?
It's all GPCS this week.
Yes, so all GPCS. And the first game of the night was Lighthouse Titans versus Crow Gaming. After Lighthouse's loss to us the night before, they kind of regrouped, so to speak, and came out firing against Crow, in which their mid laner and their ADC performed very well. They picked up a very impressive win against Crow, and I assume they banned the Silas since Eddie decided to pick the LeBlanc. Still did very well on it, but enough to eke out the victory. Yeah, like I said, a really impressive win, I thought. And Lighthouse Titans picked up the win. After that game, we have GGD versus Glacial, in which Galaxy Gaming surprisingly picked up another win.
I don't know. I don't think dude, it's like Shino said this was going to be such a close game, and it's going to be close for all the wrong reasons. These are the bottom two teams fighting each other. It's sort of like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to say that analogy because that would be very rude and insensitive. But
can I say my analogy then?
Yeah, sure. Say your analogy. Go for it.
It's like two blind kids trying to fight each other.
Sort of, yeah. Kind of. I was gonna say that, but blind wasn't gonna be my adjective.
Yeah, I get an idea.
I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah. So
the Galaxy Gaming is gonna take it. They got it. This is it. They take everything. They go undefeated from this moment on.
All right, clip it and ship it, boys. That's not.
Season.
Let's quote it right here.
I want whatever crack you're on, because that makes sense. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see it.
But GGD winning. Cool.
Yes.
You know, I just don't think they're the same without Walkie. You know.
No,
they were still shit with Walkie. Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't think one player made that much of a difference. But let's get on to the really important game, shall we? So, Solar Eclipse versus Aether. And this game had a little bit of hype because Nesquik and Chill was talking a lot of shit about him and how he was going to bot lane diff Villain. And Villain came in there, whipped his dick out, and was like, no.
Talking all that
Villain,
smack, and then first time Callista.
Yeah, first time Callista was behind, like, I think an item and a half at one point. He was down, I think it was 5k gold just himself against Villain. And then Villain decided to style on them, picked up a very clean quadra kill right around the...
I watched it back. It wasn't even, like, impressive. It was just, like, everyone was, like, not looking at Villain, and Villain just sitting there, like... he flashed a wall. That was cool.
Yeah.
But, like... Like it wasn't like, oh my god, villain 1v4. No, it was like they're all just like running around and like the ants go marching one by one, and villain's just like, hi, I'm 3 levels ahead of you guys. Like I don't know, but
Yeah, and
No,
then
no, I was gonna say nothing to discredit villain, but like
true.
it was a very good performance.
Yes. And as we mentioned earlier, we did get to see the debut of Princeton in the top lane, replacing Ali, so to speak.
What do you mean,
And
so to speak? He did.
oh, he did replace
What do you
Ali,
mean?
but it wasn't like Ali got outperformed. It was more like Ali stepped down for reasons outside of
Yeah,
game.
to hit diamond, and then he lost his promo matches, and now he's plat 2. But
And now he's on another team.
yeah.
But yeah, Princeton did very well as 9-2 against Scion, which you kind of hope to win the lane against Scion. And if you don't, you might want to take a look at yourself. But Aether kind of getting slapped around and picking up a very devastating loss, in my opinion. And that's a... Oh, not the last game. Last game was DOV Thunder versus Primal. And Tommy, I'll let you take it away.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Don't make me.
Are you guys looking for a top laner by chance?
Dude, don't even stop.
Yeah, the Shen pick, baby.
Dude,
Yeah,
okay,
turn it
alright,
around.
okay. It wasn't even just Shen. Like, it... I don't even know what happened. Like, I just kept hitting tab, and like, everyone's dead, and like, I was 2-1, and then it's like... I don't know. Vazo summed it up pretty well. It was like it was a gif of a firefighter on a swing. And it's like when everything's going to shit, but you're used to it. And then it was like when Tommy2Time plays mid lane and every lane is losing but mid. Like, I don't want to flame my team, but like it really feels that way sometimes. But
Yeah. You're the only one to finish positive on your team, and Painless got his reckless, or not reckless.
Rek'Sai.
Painless got his Rek'Sai and didn't do well at all. Credit to Blue Shift in the jungle and Pokey Simp. I gotta hate that name. They finished the game quite impressively at 10-2 and 1-1, 11-1 respectively.
I was the only one to kill either of them.
Congratulations.
Just saying.
But yeah, DOV Thunder picking up the win against Primal, and that is recap on all the games for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We do have a couple games being played currently since it is
At
something
this
we're doing
moment.
cross division. Just previously, Stun played Valkyrie. Stun picked up the win. Fight Club played PSB, and Fight Club took a very
I thought you were about to say Fight Club
Oh,
took the
wow,
win.
yeah.
Oh my god.
no. I wanted Fight Club to win.
Dude, it was PS Glaive. What do you mean? I was about to say, how
Yeah.
did they lose that?
PS Glaive. But yes. So let's move on to the next stuff since these IVSG guys have been kind of unintentionally quiet for a little bit since there's no games for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's ironic that you get 2 ABSG guys on your.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I was like, the fact that we're doing it, like, I was like, this is silly, but whatever.
Yeah. But
Hey.
the first. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, you guys just happen to be the most popular, but
Yeah.
for reasons
Yeah.
known or
Shout
unknown.
out to like 150 votes that time.
Yeah.
Across everyone. But first question I want to talk about is, I know we briefly mentioned this earlier, but Dynasty Esports, after losing the bottom team and after losing their next 2 or 1 game, whatever it was,
They lost 2.
yeah, they have now dropped all the way down from 3rd to tied for 5th, or tied for 4th, essentially 5th right now, right above 0 risk. Do you think Dynasty has what it takes to pass Divine Ascension and Rift Warriors, or do you think Rift Warriors or Divine Ascension will take 3rd place?
I mean, I kind of have to say that we will, but
True.
You have to. It's part of your contract. You're right. You have to.
Yeah,
right. I mean, I think Rift Warriors are going to be kind of easy, not gonna lie. But I don't know. I feel like we can beat them and
I'm
kind of
not gonna lie. Since we mentioned Rift Warriors, I was kind of let down by them, because BPR. Remember the first week they came out with that like crazy draft with like Scion support.
The Scion Valkos bot lane.
Yeah,
Yep.
like I was so excited. I thought they were just gonna make like quick work of everyone, and now they're like what, 5th place, 4th place,
Yes.
right?
Or Arknights? No, they're third right now.
They're 3rd. Just kidding. Forget what I said. Still disappointed. You can do better. Anyway. What was the question?
They've secretly picked up 7 wins, and they're not really noticeable because they're like following the same format as everything else. They're like, oh, ADC support instead of being stupid and doing walky things. But I think, no discredit to Divine Lexar, but I think Rift is looking really good from the couple games that I have seen them on stream. And given that they've only lost twice to, I think, Blue and Red, if I remember correctly, that's pretty good company to be involved with, I think.
I mean, I don't think if my memory serves me correct, I don't think we had the same team when we versed them the first time.
Oh, sure.
So we have a new jungler and new support now. So I think we're a lot stronger now. Because
Can I make a little comment on his jungle and support?
Go right ahead.
And they're both from my old team.
yeah.
Yeah, they're both my old support and jungle. But yeah, I'll say this. I mean, the way I put it, and I'll say me and Void Alive have our own little vendetta against each other, and so we play whatever. But there really is no mid laner, including Arknight's mid laner. That's like, I think, a worrisome player outside of Spike. I say it in a sense of like, I don't play these games like really trying to kill any of these people, and they just kind of die. You know what I mean? Like it's scary sometimes how they just like run at me.
So there's no TK in the IVSG that like you want to take down.
Yeah, I want to face Spike again. But I played I played him like just getting like when I just came back, and I only like he was really good though. He was hitting me with every Velcro. Maybe I was just bad. He was hitting me with every ability, so I was like whatever. So I actually want to play him, but outside that, I mean everyone else I've played like, I love Void, but Void won't even fight me. He will not fight me for the life of God.
Dude,
that is the last thing he ever will do. He will stand as far away from me. I will never have a chance of killing that man.
Right.
And then, like, yeah, and like no other mid laner like does anything. They just kind of stand there, and like, sometimes my team runs by them and they'll like be able to get a pick, and they'll just like watch it, run by. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I also get carried too, so I mean, my team's very good. I just don't int mid is my job, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, with Okina and your top laner,
Didn't you guys just change it?
We have two, we have Wally and Jeeb.
Yeah,
Wally.
Yeah,
Wally.
I remember Wally. Yeah. You kind of have enough carry potential already on that team. But since we're talking about your team, let's ask the next question. Do you think you guys will honestly drop a game this season?
Do I personally think we'll drop a game, or does my team think we'll drop a game? I mean, I think we'll drop a game, if I'm being honest. I just see it happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if we dropped a game. We get really cocky.
Who
We
do
get
you
so
think it'll be
cocky.
against?
I don't know, dude. It'll be the
so
worst team
disappointed.
too. It'll be the worst team. It won't be like anyone great. It will be like Poros or something. We'll just hard throw against them.
Disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we have the capabilities of going like undefeated as long as we actually play well. I mean, we play PSR properly. I think we could do it. But yeah, I mean, we could definitely just throw this game like 100%.
I'm disappointed.
We get way too excited. I get excited myself. I go a little too hard. So.
Well, Lexar, after hearing that, do you have the same opinion of them dropping a game, or do you think they'll go undefeated?
Yes, I do have the same opinion.
Okay, that's such a loaded question. He has to say,
he has his own mind. He can think for himself. Come on.
Okay, he's on an enemy team. Of course, you want the undefeated team to lose the game. Like
I just think it's like really hard to go undefeated. Like really hard.
Yeah, in a BO1, dude, it's so difficult. It just takes one game. You get pooped on. Just figure out that they can camp me and it's over.
No, then they just gotta be like, then when you do it, you're just like, holy shit, we're just that much better than everyone. We can beat everyone twice without losing. That's crazy. But
just because you're on an opposing team doesn't mean you have to suck your team's dick. Like,
Right.
No, you don't, but you still want the undefeated team to lose a game.
well,
Like,
true. All right.
Yeah.
You
That's
win
fair
this time,
enough.
Tommy.
yeah,
All
like,
right.
what the fuck?
My bad. Jesus, sorry.
Hey Lexar, while I got you here, what's your thoughts on Okina as an ADC?
Sucks.
Uh,
What? Oh.
I mean,
Oh, you said
Oh.
Lexar.
I,
I'm
I,
sorry.
I don't think he's that good, to be honest. I think
No?
I think I could beat him easily. Not gonna lie. Give me the right support. I think I beat him easily.
Give you the right support. Well, let's hope True. Let's hope True can do that for you.
I'm pretty sure you can, dude.
He's a pretty good support.
Yeah, we got
I
some.
hope so.
We got some cheese pigs coming specifically for you guys.
Yo, dude, you think I don't know his cheese? I gave him the cheese. Don't you think it?
Wait. Okay. So that brings up another good question. I just want to say. So in a one-on-one, like no jungler, nothing. Who beats you in mid lane? Lone win.
Who beats me in a one-on-one mid lane?
Yes.
No jungle, no knowing ganking me.
Yeah.
I mean, I speak out of just respect because I would respect I respect people who are good. And mind you, we're an IBSG, so you say good, and your definition of good is different
relative,
overall.
yeah.
But yeah, well, I would say I respect people who are good like overall on my level of play. And I guess the only one I could really think of, and again, I've only played him once, is Spike, 100%. I'm not trying to suck the guy's dick, but he's the only one that like hits me with skill shots so far. And mind you, it was my first game, so maybe I was just running into him. But like, I kid you not, I swear to God, I have not like dodged a skill shot. They miss. Like
Okay.
and I'm the worst CSer. Like if you look at my stats, I'm just telling you, I like see it 6 CS per minute. Like what am I, a support? Like yeah, it's crazy. And and I still like come out with all this gold because like people just like, oh, he's not CS, and I'll just run at him. I'm like, okay. But yeah, Spike 1-on-1, I don't know. I think I'm pretty strong 1-on-1, but I don't wanna. Yeah, I don't want to say that and have him dumpster me next time we see each other. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
but
All
I
right.
would just say reliably everyone else I could probably take.
All right. Well, let's move on to some GPCS questions that hopefully you guys could contribute to a little bit. First thing I'm going to ask is, of course, about PawnSacrifice Black. Now that they moved Glance into their starting mid lane role instead of Tate Yusha, they're looking much more in form back when they had, the infamous TK and Ali in the top lane. Currently sitting at a comfortable 5-4 at 5th place. Do you think, with the games they have remaining and the competition of Primal, Valkyrie, and maybe Aether, if they still perform well going forward, do they make playoffs or do they take the 3rd spot?
Well,
like,
third-
do they just make playoffs as 4th, or do they move past 4th and get into 3rd?
No, I think they're 3rd.
Okay.
I think they're 3rd, and like the 4th place spot is up for grabs between like Crow, Primal, Valkyrie. Maybe
Okay.
Aether if they keep winning. There's gonna be like a 4-way tie. I don't fucking know. That'd be cool to have some tiebreaker games if there even are any. I don't know if we even do tiebreakers, but I don't know. I think they're definitely picking up, and when you play with Glaive on your roster, you definitely do get more free wins. But I don't know. That question kind of caught me off guard because I definitely don't think they're as strong as when they had Ali TK, but they're definitely stronger than what they were at the start of the season. So
very true. Very true.
Glance is pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Cassio Yasuo 2-trick, but that's about it.
I mean, if you can pull those 2 bands, maybe your team better win.
Yeah, I think it was either Tommy or someone else mentioned that Glance is like the perfect middle ground between TK and Tate, because Glance can play, or maybe it was Pablo.
I think it's Pablo in the Salty Spittoon. He mentioned that.
Oh fuck! Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Damn it! I feel like a douche now. All right.
Exposed.
Yeah, exposed.
I don't know. I think they make 3rd. That's about it though.
Okay. I think they make. I think they'll make 3rd on the last game of the season, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah. But last question before we get to the straw poll and wrap things up is I want to focus on Lighthouse Titans for a second. So Lighthouse started the season 3-0, looked very good, and since then, they are now currently 1-4, and kind of the middle of the pack team. Or sorry, they're not 4-4. I'm sorry, they're 6-6 rather, according to the new standings that Juno gave me. And they haven't looked that great. Like, some wins are really good, a lot of their losses are really bad. But with Fight Club and Stun kind of right on their tails, and now with DOV Thunder passing them, do you guys think Lighthouse still is a playoff team, or even makes playoffs in general?
I think. I think I've watched a few games. I think Stun has a lot of potential. So I think. I mean, with Lighthouse, I definitely agree. They kind of just take some weird wins out of like a very inconsistent. They either just kind of run. I don't even say they run away with games. Like when they win, sometimes it is a shutout, but it's still a decent game. But when they lose, they've taken some hard losses on their back. At least the few games I've seen. But I don't know. I definitely say like Stun's a contender for.
I think
At least out of
Stun.
what I've seen, Stun's
I think
can
Solar
play back
Eclipse.
up for it.
Solar Eclipse probably takes first now, especially with Princeton and Villain. I think Stun is probably 2. DOV Thunder 3, and Lighthouse maybe 4. Divine Ascension Platinum might be squeaking there over them. Or I'm not.
You sure about that, buddy?
Not Divine Ascension. I just saw DAG Plat in the thing, but well, shit. If it's not them, it's probably like what, Fight Club?
Yeah. So standings wise, Fight Club has the easiest route, sitting at 4 and 6. But GGD and 50K are all like really right close to each other. So
And where's Divine Ascension Plat? Where are they?
they're at 3 and 8.
Yikes. Okay.
That's what I was talking about earlier with Lexar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Never mind. So not them. And I don't like Fight Club, so I'll put in who. Wow. Now I'm just picking straw. Okay. You know what, Lighthouse? You can have it. You can have 4. Sure. I don't care. Whatever. Just. It's not GGD. You know what? I'll give it to 50K. I like 50K. They can have 4th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like
Interesting.
what, 3 and 7? Yeah, they can do it. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
The meme team lives.
Yep.
The memes making it a playoff somehow. But yeah, so Tommy, that's why I mentioned to Lexar about
makes
like
more
maybe
sense
taking
now.
some hints and stuff, because like
makes
DAG
sense.
Plat is not doing well, and that's an understatement. So that's all the questions that I could think of off the top of my head, and kind of maybe get some hot takes and whatnot about. But for the IBSG guys, do you guys have anything you want to ask, or have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I agree with Tommy here. And some people like start talking shit out there. So I get it. It's hard to talk shit against us when we're undefeated, but like, come on, like, it's so easy to make fun of my CSing for a minute. You can just look at the stats. Come on, give me some banter.
Dude,
Give me
I
something.
wish
I feel
I
like
could
there's no
verse
reason
you.
to talk.
I wish I could verse you mid lone win.
Yeah, dude, like, come on, man. I feel like I need someone just to come here and beat me. I played Bygar in the Fizz and lost, and like that's my only loss. That's my only loss. I picked in the Fizz. I deserved it. But guess what? He didn't have any wave play. We won anyway. Like, that was it. So,
That'll do for you.
we picked Mundo because we figured there was a Fizz. So it still went our way. But yeah, like, give me something mid, in spicy mid. Don't have your jungle cam me all the game.
I feel like mid lane is such an easy role in IBSG. I feel like all
It
mid lanes
is.
are bad.
Yeah. No, dude, I ain't good. I never said I was good. I'm just saying.
I know, but still,
I'm the king of the trash, baby. That's how we play.
Right.
On your mountain of trash.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any other questions. I think we're good to start closing things up, you know?
All right. So first thing to take care of as we close out is announce the next edition of the straw poll. As I mentioned last time, that apparently still is not uploaded.
No, it's uploaded.
We're doing it all.
It's uploaded.
Oh, it is uploaded now?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Good job, Tommy.
Yeah, a week late. It's fine.
It's okay. We're doing an all support version of this week's straw poll, and no discredit to IBSG supports or IBSG teams. We just thought it would be more appropriate since IBSG had the week off to have the options be all GPCS support players. So
Makes
this
sense.
week, go ahead.
Sorry, makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you.
So this week, for your choices, we have obviously the infamous Salty Splatoon retard Pablo 553 support for Solar Phoenix. We have Daddy Zillion support for Solar Eclipse. He's been secretly doing very well to villain in the bot lane. We have the support for DOV Thunder Clovers, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Clovers, yep.
Yep. We have C9 Camila Cabello, the support for Lighthouse, and then we have Tommy's own e-girl support,
So,
Coconuts.
what? Why did you phrase it like that?
What do you mean? It's a support.
My
it's a girl?
own e-girl support.
Okay, sorry. Okay. All right. Fuck
What?
you. Whatever.
Hey,
You know what I mean, though. God
My
damn it.
teammate? What do you mean?
Yeah,
you
sure,
gotta love
whatever.
coconuts.
Right.
Coconuts.
Yeah, Tommy loves coconuts. Not the girl. The coconut drink water. All right.
Dude, you are just digging the hole
Damn.
deeper.
Right,
What is
right.
wrong?
Help this
It's
man
okay.
out.
My team shits on you anyway, so it doesn't
What?
matter.
Your team? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh
no, I'm
my
joking.
god. Whatever.
But yeah, so those are the options you guys have voted for, and since today is Sunday, the straw poll will be up till again next Friday, the 25th. And that's all that I have. Do you guys have any last words or anything you want to throw out there?
No, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you.
I told my mom not to use NordVPN to give me all these votes, but she was all that's, you know.
I was wondering.
I guess that's what my mom wanted. Can't do anything about it.
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie, I was so surprised. One day I looked on there. Like, oh,
I didn't actually use NordVPN.
No, I know, but that's
I
so
thought it was pretty
funny.
funny that we got that many
That's
votes.
so funny though.
Yeah, we had like 954 or 945 and something like that. I was like, oh, okay, kind of normal polling. I log on the next day, I see 155 votes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you guys are just popular, whatever.
Yeah, you can thank my mom. But thanks for bringing me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for taking the time to do this. So yep, this has been The Flank, episode 5, finally back on track. So next week we will be up to date. This has been BBR, joined by Lone Win, mid laner for PS Blue, and Lexar, 80 carry for Divine Ascension Gold. I am Tommy2Time. We'll see you guys next week. See ya.
Bye.